3, 2, and 1.
You're back.
Hey, what's happening? What's happening? What's happening? We are back in the building.
Yes, finally.
Or back
in the house, on the couch.
Well,
something like that.
Something like that. Yo, first off, let me say we apologize for the delay. We had a whole lot of things going on, and I wanted to give a shout out to everybody that supported me through the process of my mom's passing. So, from the bottom of my heart, we appreciate you. We love you. Learn, love, and reflect. You know how we get down. So I'm very, 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 very thankful. It was a true blessing for the support.
Yeah,
So definitely thankful. And here we are. We back in the building.
Yeah, we back. So conversation piece is, what's the worst thing we've ever said to each other?
Yeah.
So the worst thing we ever said to each other. You first, or we initially said maybe shut up or something.
Yeah.
We definitely told each other at some point.
Yeah.
I know I apologized to you before, early in the marriage, when I told you to shut up over your brother's house. Do you remember that? We was watching a movie, and you just kept on talking. I was like, would you shut up? Do you remember that?
No.
I even apologized. It took months later. But I felt terrible from saying it. And then I was just like...
But why'd you say it? What was I talking about?
Not the movie.
I wasn't talking about the movie?
No, he was just
I was talking during the movie?
Yeah, he was
and
talking
you wanted me to be quiet?
Yeah.
Man, I don't even remember that.
Shut up. But I felt trash. And I was like, that was terrible. I didn't apologize for months, but I did apologize. So that was my first worst thing that I've ever said to you.
I probably would be the same. Mine would probably be the same as far as the first worst thing would be shut up, because sometimes you just don't know when to shut up.
I don't know when.
Because this is the thing. And it still happens to this day, but I let it slide. Because I don't feel like dealing with all that. Because she just gotta have the last word. Mm-hmm. The last word just gotta come out of her mouth. I know where it came from, but I ain't gonna even mention it. But she just gotta have the last word. She like, okay, all right, stop. Why I gotta stop? And then she'll just keep going, and I just be like, all right, man, whatever, just chill out, man. Why I gotta chill? And then a lot of times now I just don't even respond. I just be like,
no, yeah, you don't. But the last time we did that, what happened? Because I came in the room, and that's when I cried. I was like, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one got kind of bad. Jack, you need to shut up sometimes.
Sometimes, yeah, but
shut
it ain't
up
working.
Sometimes. I'm trying.
No, it ain't working. I don't know. I don't know why. I don't know why you gotta just. Let me tell you the problem. The problem is she's spoiled. I think that's her problem, because I don't really go off. You know what I'm saying? And it's my fault, because I let her have her way a lot. You know what I'm saying? But for the most part, she's just spoiled. To me, that's what I think it is. And I don't really trip on a whole lot of stuff, but I know for sure that a lot of times I just don't say nothing, because a lot of times I just be like, all right, man, you win,
Do you think a lot of women are the starters in the relationship? More men are more mellow, but the women are the ones that press for more? Because I feel I press for more information, or I keep talking because you want to just shut down the conversation. And I would be like, no, let's talk about it. And you'd be like, no. And I'm like, yes, let's talk.
Right.
And so that's where all the frustration comes from, because I want to talk about it, and you'll be like, no, it's over. And I'm like, how is it over? We didn't even get nowhere with the conversation.
Well, a lot of times I just be like, man, I felt at the moment that it was just enough.
For you. But it don't be enough.
But you be wanting the whole narrative,
yes.
Why?
Because if
I'm wrong,
if it's an issue, we need to go from here to why to a resolution. You just want to know I was upset without a resolution or a why or anything in between. And I'm like, we need to get through all of this so then we can resolve and then we can make sweet love.
That's gonna happen anyway. I'm just saying.
It ain't gonna be sweet if we don't.
Well, according to you, I'm good. You the one gotta know the who, when, where, what, and why.
And so then that means you should finish the conversation.
Yeah.
Because it makes me angry when you don't.
That's a personal problem.
But
Cause I'll be
seriously.
good though. I'll be good. Like I'll be like, okay, babe. All right, okay. And then you be wanting to be like, no, it ain't. You ain't good. Yeah, I'll be like, no, I'm good. And then
because you be trying to just shut it down and you just say, in my opinion, you just be like, I'm good. It's fine. It's over. I'm over it. And I'll be like, how could you have been over it? We ain't even got nowhere yet to be over anything. You just want to stop talking about it.
I'll be good, man. Like for real. Like I don't hold you. I don't want to say you hold grudges, but you hold on to stuff. Like because in your mind, and I get it now, but in your mind, you're like, no, why? But for what? And when? And why? In your mind, that's how you. And I understand that. But for me, like if I said, man, my bad, or if I'm like, okay, baby, all right, no big deal. I'm not tripping no more.
See, and I don't understand how you not tripping no more because you still should be tripping. Like it was trip worthy. I feel that you just when you do that, like you shut me down. Like I'm done, and I was like, and then I'm just stuck, and I don't like being stuck without saying anything. And so I'm just like, it's not over. And so then I keep pressing and pressing.
I don't know
and when
why.
You go to the room, then I'm going to the room.
Yeah, you do.
You do. Like we're not done talking.
I don't know if you remember that one day. When you
What?
And I was watching TV, and you wasn't done talking. And you came in there bothering me, and took the remote, turned the TV off, and I'm like, man, I'm good. I'm chilling. Like, what is wrong with you? And then you was like, you mad. I'm like, no, I'm not, but you gonna make me mad. You know what I'm saying? So for me, a lot of times, man, when I say I'm done, I'm like really not tripping, but I'll work on, your thought process and your psyche about the whole whatever situation it is.
Like, I just want us to finish the conversation. If we start off and we're at a high level, I guess, of talking, and I just don't want you to be like, boom, I'm done. Like you just shut the door and I'm just still sitting behind the door.
A lot of times we be going in circles. We go in circles and I'm like, dude, you're going to see your perspective on it no matter what. I can try to persuade you over and over and over again. And at the end of the day, it's like we start talking about the same thing. And I'm like, dude, we just talked about that.
But it don't be to me. It don't be the same thing. I just be trying to
because it's your own logic.
I be trying to get an understanding. So I'll be like, okay, I'm trying to get like a full understanding. That's why I keep pressing. And you be like, I just said it. What don't you understand? That's the same thing I said. I'll be like, no, because you switched up. You might have switched up 3 words, and so it switched up the whole narrative. And so now I got to re-understand the whole.
No, what?
Thing. Yes, I have to re-understand the whole thing.
See what I deal with?
Crazy. But
David Arnold, get yourself what you call a family.
one thing that your auntie said when she was over here, she said that her and her husband do something that when it gets to a point like that, they call out hot pot. And so she was, I don't know how we got on that conversation, but she called it hot pot. And she was like, whenever we get to a part in the conversation, like it's a hot pot, and I think you get to the hot pot often, she said they call out hot pot. And so I'm like, maybe we need to like get to a word to where like that means like I'm done and don't mess with me until my pot cools down.
Chill. No, you don't. That was right.
No, because that ain't gonna work. Because I'm not gonna chill. But I guess if we agree to a code word, then we'd be like, okay, then I have to walk away. You don't think that's gonna work with me?
No.
Let's try it.
We can try it, but we can try it.
I'm gonna try it. Hot pot. We just gonna keep the
I'm
term going.
I'm just saying, I know you. Listen, I'll be good. Like I can get angry, I can get upset. But a lot of times, man, I just be like, okay, Jackie, whatever, babe, whatever.
And see, but that makes me mad.
Why?
Because you're putting the wall up. You just want me to
I'm
shut
not
up.
putting the wall up. Yes,
Like,
I do. Want you
yeah,
to shut up.
So that's why you be like, okay, Jackie, and I know you put the wall up to shut me up, but I don't want to stop talking.
That's your problem. I mean, you know, what do you do? I'm just saying, but whatever. You had asked a question about what? You said do guys normally start it or what you say?
Yeah, like I guess I said.
What the crap starters in the argument?
Females.
Well, I mean, it just depends on the situation. I mean, some guys, it's terrible, but some guys do like that argument, and you know, it sometimes it brings about a closeness for certain people. It's kind of dysfunctional, but I would say 9 times out of 10, somebody in the relationship probably trying to be petty or something.
So it's in a relationship, it's either one or the other. Somebody's more argumentative than the other one.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I think it'd be terrible if you both are completely argumentative and you both.
I think, no doubt,
right.
no doubt. I think in that situation, like I don't think you'll get anything accomplished. You know,
if we both like strong,
always, argumentative. Right. You know what? Because there are a lot of relationships where you have 2 dominant people. You know, honestly, sometimes that's what drew people together. You know what I'm saying? Their dominant personalities or dominant role, whatever, in the relationship.
I wonder how they like work through that though. You know what I'm saying? Like both of us have strong opinions and we both believe both of our opinions are strongly right, like all the time. And so how do they bypass that, like I'm right, you're wrong type of thing? Because that's what you say to me, like you always say, because I believe that I'm right all the time. Right?
Yeah. For the most part.
Sometimes.
No.
For the most part. Okay, for the most part, I do.
Negro.
And for the most part, it proves to be right.
Negro.
Negro.
Yes. No, wait a minute. I'll give you 78% you be wrong.
78 I be wrong?
Yeah. You be wrong a lot, but I just gonna point it out. You be wrong sometimes. A lot.
Sometimes, no, I be wrong about 10% of the time. And 5 of it is guaranteed, and the other 5 I'm working on proving that I was right.
Let me tell y'all something. She be studying the home economics books of being right and who's wrong. You be wrong, dog. It's okay.
Sometimes I be wrong.
Some of the times.
I bet you can't remember the last time I was wrong.
Because I don't keep track. I don't tally like you, baby. I just keep moving.
I mean, but if you're right, then there's nothing to tell.
If I'm right, I don't be like, yeah, I'm right. I just be like, either I told you so or I just let it marinate.
Where's my apology?
Yeah, I've said that before. Matter of fact, I said that today.
But I was right.
No, you were wrong. I was working and you assumed that I wasn't doing nothing, but I was doing something.
Get out of here, Elijah.
Go give me some water go give me a water. So while you in our video. But anyway, like I said,
But okay, let's talk about today.
I ain't saying nothing.
Let's talk about today. So I felt that I was right because I was obviously busy.
I was obviously busy too.
Where was yours obvious at?
Because I was in the middle of sending an email that needed to be answered right away. But clearly, just because you was on a Zoom meeting at that time, you felt like my stuff wasn't as important as what you were doing.
I was on a Zoom meeting and I was working. And I was working.
Girl, you was not working during that Zoom meeting. Stop playing.
The Zoom meeting is work, is what I'm saying.
Okay.
And I was helping Elijah with work. And so when I was like, Daddy ain't doing nothing, go ask him.
But your assumption of me not doing nothing was wrong. Because at that time, I was doing something.
What?
You know what? I'm not about to keep dealing with that. That's what, again, look, y'all see what I'm talking about?
Yeah, actually.
I was working, and she
but
clearly,
listen.
now wait a minute. No.
Go ahead.
Now, what if I was getting ready to get set up for my Zoom meeting?
You still wasn't doing nothing then.
I could have been.
But you wasn't, because then when it happened, when the whole
see, there's always an excuse, and there's always a reason why. Go ahead.
Okay, but when I said that Daddy wasn't doing nothing, then you was able to come in here and do it. So you wasn't doing nothing.
Yes, because after I finished sending my stuff off, then I was able to come in here and help Elijah.
So you sent out that email?
Yes.
I consider that nothing. You
It
could.
No, it was an important email that something needed to go out today, or as soon as that was the wrong word. As soon as they sent it to me, they was waiting for a response from me. And at that time, I was sending off an email. Like I didn't mind. I would have definitely came, or I did. I helped right afterwards. But for you to assume that I wasn't doing nothing because I was in the room and you probably heard the TV on and all this, but that was your assumption, and your assumption was wrong. And you're clearly still not.
I get
recognizing.
Yes, I do.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do. I felt like your thing was minuscule compared to what I was doing, is what you're saying. But you were doing something.
I disagree. And see, this is the problem. You're trying to minimize what I was doing as minuscule or nothing or minor to whatever you got going on.
That's how I felt at the time.
Whatever.
Whatever.
Again, clearly she's not right, but again, listen. I get blamed for it, but go ahead. What was you going to say?
I thought I was about to apologize, but that's over.
Again. Okay, we ain't That's why I just shut up. That's a lot of times I don't say nothing. I don't say nothing, man. What's the saying? Happy life.
That's what I was gonna say. Is maybe what I said was the way that I said it is what was more upsetting than me saying it.
No,
because I was because I said it. I must agree.
Yeah,
I said it pretty harshly.
Yeah,
because
you
I
said
was
it jacked
but
up.
I was in a rush because my thing is, and I had everybody on the Zoom, and so I was like, "Go to Daddy. He ain't doing nothing."
Yeah.
And so you heard it as such in my head but the way I want to say is like, "Go to Daddy. He ain't doing nothing." I should have said it more softly, maybe.
I still would have said how you know. Again, I still would have said how you know what I'm doing, regardless. However you would have said it. Soft, whisper, loud, rude like you did. I still would have been like, yo, I'm doing something. It wouldn't have never changed.
Sorry.
Apology halfway accepted.
I could have said it a different way, or I could have not.
You could have been like,
assumed you weren't.
You could have been like, "Hey, babe, what are you doing? I'm about to hop on this Zoom call. Can you help Elijah? He's having trouble doing this." Or you could have been like, "Elijah, go see if your daddy is doing something in the room." Or I can keep going. I can give you
I don't need all your excuses on how I could have did it. I know I could have did it another way. The way that I did is the way I presented it. I apologize for saying it the way that I did.
Let me tell you what it is.
What?
Ever since she started locking her hair, she's been out of control, y'all. I'm just telling you.
That ain't got nothing to do with it. That ain't got nothing to do with it.
Locks is a little tight. Her brain is not fine.
So sincerely, I'm sorry that I said it the way that I said it. Sorry, I can't correct your eyes, Jackie. Sorry, I said it the way that I said it, and I could have presented it to you another way because I needed your help urgently at that moment, and I felt like you wasn't doing anything at the moment, and apparently you were.
Exactly, and
No matter how small I might have thought that it was.
okay, I fully accept your apology now.
Done.
Thank you. So I'm just saying, the
The way you talk to people can be a problem, yes. So I guess bad things that you say to people don't necessarily have to be calling them out their name, calling them a B.
Yep.
Even the N word can be real offensive the way you use it.
Yep.
And
here's my take, and if you want to switch subjects after this, we can.
okay, but
At the end of the day, communication and approach is always key when it comes to a misunderstanding. So if there's a misunderstanding or something that needs to be addressed, or just any kind of thing that could be considered as or deemed as a boiling point or getting ready to move over into an argument, approach
yes.
and communication is the two biggest things that definitely matters. I don't care if it's from the male's perspective or the woman's perspective. It's a lot of people don't understand approach is sometimes the deciding factor in a lot of the issues in a relationship.
You can. If you come to me terrible, like we already messed up
sure.
at the very beginning.
For sure.
Right.
Yep.
Which is an example of today.
Yeah.
Like presented it terribly.
Yes.
And it was just we didn't have it ruin our day, but it was just a moment to remember out of the day.
Out of the day, yeah.
Yeah. Out of the day.
For sure.
So
So I just say, just be mindful of the way you approach, your spouse, significant other, fiance, boyfriend,
friends.
whatever. Just be mindful of the approach. I do it in my career as far as my job and everything. I always am mindful of my approach, no matter how the situation is, even when I'm dealing with a customer or whatever. But so just be mindful of the approach, especially if it's to someone that you say you love, is definitely important, because one, we all know the saying, we don't want to say something that we regret later.
Right.
You know what I mean? So just be mindful of the approach. I can't reiterate that enough, and always continue to communicate. Again, when I shut down the argument, it's more so I don't want to approach you in the wrong way or the wrong manner, and then I have to come back and apologize. That's why I just kind of be like, okay, babe, let's let it go. So, but
hot potted.
Anyway, yeah, we'll come up with our own code word. We don't want to be jacking folk.
All right, we'll come up with our own word. We'll end the video there. We'll
Okay.
have our next topic. I guess we can use the one that we.
Yep.
Okay. So the next topic. So our next video, we're going to talk about how was it? Can you
be happy, or could you be happy in a relationship, whether it's marriage, boyfriend, girlfriend, fiance? Well, you shouldn't be really having sex before marriage, but that's another story.
We know people do it.
Well, could you be in that situation if the sex was not good? If it was trash?
Yeah, if the sex was trash.
So that's what we're gonna talk about next week, hopefully.
I mean, because when you get old, like what happens with older people, older people, like, don't you think the sex?
Man, there's still some people getting down.
I'm sure.
There's still
Because I can see us getting down later and later.
You
so
dang skippy.
yeah, so
I'm just saying.
It's possible.
I'm just saying. Okay.
So that's the topic next week, whatever,
So, man,
Stay
again, stay tuned. I'm sorry, babe. I didn't mean to cut you off, but stay tuned, man. Again, we appreciate all the love and support. let's get back on it. Continue to like, subscribe, share.
Yes.
You know, share, man. We hopefully we're trying to be a blessing to others, man. And again to ourselves.
We counsel ourselves.
Yes, we definitely continue to learn throughout this whole process. So we love you guys. We appreciate you guys. Come back to the family. And we'll see you next week.
That's
right
right.
here on the couch.
Yes.
All right. God bless. Peace.
Bye. Love you.
Love you too.
Sorry.
There's a meeting in my bedroom.
Stupid.